And the four affiliate parties of the National Super Alliance, that is NASA, have resolved to starve the coalition of financial support. The parties have written to the clerk of the National Assembly asking that the 10,000 shillings monthly deductions from their members meant for NASA now be channeled to the coffers of the individual parties that sponsored the lawmakers to Parliament. KTN senior political affairs reporter Chris Thyro explains NASA's precarious position.
The NASA coalition appears to be a sinking ship as the two main principals, ODM leader Raila Odinga and Wiper's Kalonzo Musyoka, focus their energies on the Building Bridges initiative in what could easily be described as the proverbial last nail on the coffin. Minority Leader in the National Assembly, John Mbadi, has written to the clerk of the National Assembly directing that the monthly deductions from their members that usually fund the alliance now be channeled to the individual political parties.
ODM had made some resolution through a central committee that they wanted their deductions to go first to the party, then they would now contribute to NASA secretariat. So they wanted the entire contribution of 20,000 to go to the to ODM as a party.
In fact, even as Wiper Party, we also, through our executive director, wrote a letter asking for the same.
Each member of parliament affiliated to NASA contributes 30,000 shillings monthly, where 20,000 shillings is channeled to the mother party, while the other 10,000 shillings goes to the NASA coalition kitty. The directive that will be implemented beginning the end of this month will see the coalition lose close to 1.5 million shillings from parliament alone. The same is said to be replicated in the county assemblies. Governors affiliated to NASA too are set to follow suit.
You cannot take money from me, from my salary, and then tell me you're sending part of it to NASA and part of it to Wiper. Take my money to Wiper, then let Wiper pay NASA. That's really the only issue.
Ford Kenya, as you have seen, is running with their own agenda. They want to merge with money. They want to bring Luhya unity. So every party has gone back to their drawing board. And that is the reason why ODM, we have made a decision that we can no longer contribute money to a coalition which is not pursuing similar interests.
But as far as operation is concerned, NASA died. And you saw even when we are electing commissioners here, Wiper stood outside and said, we are a parliamentary party, we cannot go together.
This move leaves the NASA coalition in a precarious position given that the funds were meant for its daily operations. This money usually pays rent and salaries at the secretariat in Nairobi's Lavington suburb.
Ford Kenya, Wiper and ANC, they never presented a presidential candidate. But their members or their voters voted for the NASA candidate who was the ODM candidate Raila Odinga. So a framework exists to be found whereby there should be an amicable way of sharing that money.
Let each party use their own resources to do their own activities because we do not have a harmonized agenda. NASA coalition was meant to pursue power, and we did not get that power. So we have come back to the drawing board.
NASA died in January when Raila Odinga took oath and the other NASA principals were not there. So to me, it is just coming too late in the day.
ODM stands as the party that contributes the lion's share of the funds to NASA, given their numbers in all levels of leadership. And with that unilateral decision by the four political parties to starve NASA funds, perhaps it is one of the clearest indications that NASA structures are dead and NASA only exists on paper. Chris Thyro, KTN.